Hi guys, welcome to Educating Shani, where every Tuesday I answer your questions. I'm Shani and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shani, hi. So welcome to my Tuesday video where I uneditedly answer your questions, and I sing in between the questions to prevent you from dying from boredom. I would rather make your ears bleed with my singing than you be bored. So anyway, before I get to the questions for today, I just wanted to say thank you really quickly to all of you who gave me so much encouragement yesterday. I had a really hard day and I posted a video about it. I've been having a hard time lately and I posted a video talking a little bit about it. And you guys were really awesome and supportive, which doesn't surprise me, but I'm still extremely grateful, so thank you. Okay, let's get to your questions. Spetsflicken. I've asked you before, but I'll try again. Yes, please try again. If I don't answer your question, keep asking. Just always ask it. Leave it on the most recent Q&A. That's usually where I go to get questions for the next week. So leave it in this Q&A for next week. I was wondering if you have any tips when dealing with your own and outside pressure to do things you're not at the moment capable of doing. It could be work, school, or something as simple as just going outside. Like, how do you defend rest when you don't even think you're worth it? Lots of hugs from Sweden. Thank you. You too. Yeah, this is it. First of all, it just is so stupid that we even have to defend it or explain it. This is another reason I'm doing this channel, is to educate people on eating disorders and to take away that uncomfortable shame that the stigma that's there with it. Like, it's just stupid. Like, it's an illness. Why can't we just treat it like an illness and not the plague? Or, well, the plague is an illness too. Or leprosy is an illness too. Wait. Do you know what I mean? What do I actually mean? Someone help me, please. I don't know what I mean. But you know what I mean. Anyway, we just shouldn't have to keep it a secret and make it a bigger deal than it really is, because it's really not. It's a big deal, but it's not like we're I don't actually know what I'm trying to say. Moving on. Anyway, so what I would used to do is, especially through junior high school age-ish, teenager years, I would lie all the time, unfortunately, because I felt like I had to. I couldn't be no, I can't go to that party because, first of all, I slit my wrist last night and I bled a lot and it made me really tired. And then I binged and purged 5 times, and then I starved myself all day before I binged and purged. And then there's also going to be food at the party, and I'm worried that I'll have an anxiety attack about the food and I'll feel like I have to eat because it's in public with people, but I really don't want to eat, or I'm just going to get fatter and then I'm going to hate myself more, and then I'm going to go into a tailspin of depression and anxiety, and I'm gonna just hate myself and not want to live anymore. It's easier to just say I have a dentist appointment. So anyway, that's what I used to do, but I would just make up something else that I had going on if I felt any of my mental disorders were keeping me from doing whatever that thing was. I would just make up an excuse. But after I got married and we started hanging out with other married couples and stuff, I started to change a little bit. I would just say that I was sick is what it was. If we had to cancel, which happened all the time, you guys know, you of you out there know who you are, that it's extremely difficult to hang out with us ever because I cancel all the time because something happens. I'll have an anxiety attack. I'll have an eating disorder attack. I'll hate myself. I'll want to die. It's just a whole big thing. So for a long time, we just would tell them that I was sick, because that's true too. I have a lot of physical illnesses and people know that. And so for the longest time, I would just use that. But it wasn't until actually right after I started this channel, and it's probably because of this channel that helped me, that I started being completely 100% honest with people. However, there's an appropriate way to do that. It depends on who you're talking to. So if it was my sister or my best friend or my husband who know me so well, and see me all the time and stuff, then I would be like, listen, I don't feel like doing that today because I'm worn out from all the binges and purges last night. I haven't eaten all day and I'm weak and I cut and I lost all of it. I'm not saying I did all those things. I'm just trying to give you an example. But if it's to friends that we would only see a few times a year or something like that, then now I kind of just say, I'm not feeling well. Still, I still say that. I'm not feeling well, but I'm also not doing well mentally. And nobody has ever made me feel bad about that. Nobody's shamed me about that. And I think that they really appreciate the honesty. I think it's up to you. Like, you have to decide that you are worth resting if you're not doing well. If you're not able to do things like it's not just mental, it's physical. Like, so many of us with eating disorders and even other mental disorders suffer physically because it takes so much physical strength to deal with mental disorders as well, and then add on to the physical problems that come from eating disorders and some other mental disorders. We feel sick all the time, and it's really difficult for us to do normal things like other people do. Like, I don't even know the last time I went on a roller coaster. I'm pretty sure it would kill me these days. I kid you not. My organs are just too weak to handle it, and I don't know, like things like that. So I don't know. Did I answer the question? I hope so, because I'm moving on. So. I don't know what I'm singing. What should I sing? What should I say? Tina Knox, can you do vlogs? Yes, I can, and yes, I did. Actually, I don't know if I can anymore. I've done a few vlogs on my channel. You can go find them. I think I put them into a playlist. I hope I did. If not, I'll hurry and go do that right now. I know I did one on Halloween. I did one on my birthday, and then I did a couple other random ones, like I took you to the dentist with me one time, and then some other random stuff. I don't even remember, but I could do it. I get asked that a lot, but I'm not sure I'm good at it. Like, I don't know if that's my thing. I feel more comfortable just talking one-on-one, not worrying, because when I have surroundings besides my own surroundings that surrounding me, then I get really anxious. And like, I've talked about this before. No, I haven't. Maybe I have. But like, if I'm in a room full of people that I'm not always with all the time, I get major anxiety because my whole life I've been used to kind of studying people and like taking their temperature as far as what their mood is like and trying to play off of that, trying to cheer them up if I needed to, try to bring them back to earth if I needed to. Like, I've always that's what I worry about when things are around me that I'm not comfortable with or that I'm not used to having all the time. Whereas if I'm sitting here in my room where it's just me and my bird here and an iPad, I feel more confident talking to you guys this way. But maybe, I don't know, I could try again. What do you guys think? Do you guys want me to vlog? I don't know. Okay, Punky Dory 80 says, thank you, Shani, for talking about your OCD. I think it's a mental illness that is definitely not talked about enough. I agree that if we talk more, the stigma will fall away. I've suffered from OCD for over 10 years, and it pretty much controls my life. If you're comfortable, could you talk about how you overcame your OCD? Yeah, I talked a little bit about my OCD in one of the last Q&As, and I don't think I ever finished talking about it. Like, there are some other things I wanted to say that I didn't. Sorry, I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I need to eat something. The thing that I didn't talk about with you guys, like I talked about the hand washing and the sanitizing, how I just sanitize everything in my bedroom and everything in my bed and everything. I also had a really big problem with sanitizing like my kitchen counters and my table. Like, I literally would make sure every centimeter, are you supposed to pronounce the T on that? I feel like you're not. Centimeter of my counter was sanitized, whether by a cleaner that I used to make that was full of bleach, or literally I would put hand sanitizer on the counter, which might not have been great for it, I'm not sure. But anyway, but besides all that, I had a very, very debilitating OCD fear, I guess, of spiders, for two reasons. I would get so afraid that, so like if there was a spider in my room, okay, of course, I would make Danny kill it right away, but then I also could not go back in that room for a whole week, seriously, because in my brain, I figured that while the spider was alive, it was breathing out poisonous air, and that air was in my room. And then once Danny squishes it, then the air from the guts, like steam or something in my head, this is what it did in my head, would come out and fill my whole room. So if there was a spider, I would have Danny kill it and I would sleep somewhere else for a whole week, seriously, and let my room air out, because in my mind, that's how ridiculous it was. So it was scary to me. Like, I was scared that I would get sick if I breathed in the fumes from the spider. I know that's crazy, but it's true. And I felt like that would kill me. And so there was the fear, but then there was also the other type of OCD that was like, ugh, that's so disgusting. After you kill a spider, you need to sanitize the wall where it was. We need to sanitize my sheets and my blankets and everything in here. Like, I don't know, like it just was. So, but anyway, how I overcame that though, now I have no fear of spiders, which is incredible. And mice too. I did the same thing with mice too. And I just remember that if I had to pinpoint the thing that helped me the most overcome it is that one day Danny was like, look, what if you just tried just like for 2 days, just give me 2 days of your time and really dedicate those 2 days to focusing on something else. And what I mean by that is, instead of focusing on, okay, there's a spider in my room and I know there's a spider, and that means that there might be more. That means that the spider might spit or breathe or release fumes when it's smashed or whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and validate those weird feelings of yours. Now what? What does that do to you now? And he asked me to practice that thinking, like just practice it. And so I did. So the next day, maybe not the next day, maybe a couple or a few days later, there was a spider in my room. And I remember laying in my bed frozen, like I usually am at first, or I was anyway at first, trying to like reach my phone slowly to call Danny to come in here and kill it. But anyway, then I stopped and I was like, okay, let me just think about this. And so I look at the spider and I was like, what is it that you're actually doing in here? Did you come in here to kill me? Probably not. Did you come in here to spit on me? Probably not. Did you come in here to release fumes from your guts and your breath that's gonna kill me? Probably not. You're probably just a lonely little spider that's just looking for some food and looking for some warmth and looking for a corner to build a web. That's all it is, right? And I'm telling you, like, switching my mind, switching the thinking of, first of all, validating those horrible feelings that I had, but then also trying to see it from the point of view of the thing that made me so scared. Do you know what I mean? So same thing with mice. Like, mice just come in to look for food, and that's what they have to do. They're mice. Like, where else are they going to find it? That's all they're trying to do. They're not trying to hurt me. They're not trying to disease me or anything like that. Well, they would if I touched it and leave droppings. But anyway, you get the point, right? So try it. Try it. If you have debilitating OCD like I do. And by the way, I don't want to trivialize this also. I'm not saying it'll work for everybody. And I also don't want to make it sound like it was super easy for me to overcome, and so therefore it's not that big of a deal. That's just how it happened for me. I feel so bad for the people out there who have debilitating OCDs about everything and about every little aspect of their life, and that they literally can't even leave their room, they can't leave their house, they can't, like, there are people out there that are so sick with it that it just controls every single second of their day, not just the second where they see a spider. Like, it just controls everything, and it's really sad. So I don't want to. Anyway, did I answer the question? I hope so. And at last I see the light, and it's like I don't remember the words. Okay, Juliet's art drawing. Hi, Shani. Hi. First, I want to say that you are beautiful, and I thank you for your work on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're so lovely. I have a question to ask you. Do you think it's best to live alone or to live with someone like a family member who does not know about your eating disorder in order to heal an eating disorder? I have to make that choice and I don't know what to do. There are other factors, of course. Thank you. I feel like I need to know the other factors, but I will say that for me, I'll answer it for me and maybe it'll help you. I don't know. For me, it did not matter who the crap I lived with. My eating disorder was going to happen no matter what. And that sucks. I get that that sucks, but that's why eating disorders suck, is that it didn't matter. I remember even in high school having sleepovers with my best friend, all the time, several times a week. And even her being there didn't stop me from binging and purging. I might have thought back then, because I was a little bit more naive, that she didn't know what was going on, but I know she did, because I ate 4 times more than she did, and then I would go to the bathroom after. So I know, now as a grown, fully developed, hopefully adult, I can see that she would have known what was going on. But at the time, I didn't care. I didn't care who was there. I didn't care if people, I don't know, I just didn't care. So for me, I don't feel like makes a difference. I really don't, but that's just for me. So don't, I don't know. Give me more to the story if you feel like it, and then maybe I don't know. And at last I see the light. Why did I go so much higher? I don't know. And it's like the fog has lifted. Did you guys see that singing video that I did of that song? You should go check it out. I will put it in the description below, and you should go check out when I sing that song from Tangled, because it's my favorite Disney movie. So you should go and check it out. And it had bloopers at the end and everything, so it was really fun. Okay. The closey. Shani, my bulimia has been going on for about 6 months now, and I binge purge about 6 or 7 times a month. Would you consider that severe and or say that my eating disorder has escalated quite quickly? I get these questions all the time, and I say the same thing at the beginning all the time, which is that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I can't be the one to diagnose you. But if you feel like you're doing eating disorder behaviors, you have to take it upon yourself and go to a doctor and get checked out, because even if you don't, sorry, I'm stuttering. Even if you're even if you can't get in with a psychologist, your family doctor, your regular doctor, can also diagnose you. So go to the doctor if you think you might have one. But I would say that it's definitely concerning what you're doing, obviously, because I've been there, I'm there, and it's not a good thing. I don't know. You need to go to the doctor. You do. You don't even have to tell anybody, just tell your doctor and at least find out if you're in any danger or if it is a full-blown addiction or what. So Courtney Miller, be my friend. You're so sweet. LOL. Why is that funny? Just kidding. I know what you meant. And I love you. And you're awesome. And I would love to be your friend. That wasn't a question. Why did I read that? I just wanted to show up. Okay. Barbie 7125. Dear Shani, you obviously want me to answer because you're adorable and you did it in caps with little hearts on the signs. That's really cute. Anyway, just a fast thought that came to me for the question of how do you go about telling someone they're looking healthier? Oh wait, this isn't a question. Hold on. I need to read things first before I start talking. Well, that's not a question, but thank you for the comment. And you know what it was, and thank you. So, whoops, that was not a question. I really should have read these ahead of time and never done. Megs Klein 77, does the soda increase your burping? Ah, everything does. I'm a burper. Because I swallow air no matter what I drink. But yeah, soda, of course that makes it even more so, but I like soda, don't judge me. There's nothing to see. My voice is not working today. Yeah, see, there's a lot more questions like, do I have an eating disorder if I'm doing it this time many times a week? Do I have bulimia? Do I have anorexia? Like, go to your doctor, you guys, if you're, ooh, that was a weird one. a really good one though. 19 minutes. All right, we'll do a few more. Try to keep it under 25 or 30 minutes this time. And I don't know what will happen if I don't poop really soon. 'Cause my bowels, they hurt, and all I want to do is squirt out of my butthole to get the poo out. But I'm constipated, and so all I can do is enemas and take my fiber pills and drink a lot of water, and hopefully the poo will slide out of my butthole for the rest of my life. Okay. Alrighty, how about, that's not a question, hold on. Dag nabbit. That's not a question either. I really should have done this ahead of time. What can I sing? I want to talk. And I feel like I don't know what I'm singing about because I'm not paying attention. And well, let's try the other Q&A video. How about that? That might be better. And so I'll just have to keep, vamping. Is that the word? What does it mean to vamp? I only learned that from friends, and I don't actually know what it means. I assume it means like stall, like keep people busy until the real thing happens. I don't know. Okay, yeah, here's a whole bunch. Okay. Okay, I already answered that, dang it. Hannah Garto Fills. Great video. Could you please turn the volume a little bit louder the next time if it's possible? This video was very quiet through my laptop, even though my laptop volume was on 100%. Yes, I will. I will do that. I actually forgot to do that last time. There is a way that I can turn the volume up, and I totally forgot to do that last time. Sometimes I forget that a lot, so keep reminding me if I do. I'm really sorry. Okay, let's get some really good important questions in, and then I will let you go. Because you've got to be getting bored with me. I don't know why you like these super long Q&As, but you do. And you all beg me to do more. Amelia Cochrane, thank you so much, Shani. My parents don't know, and I'm not, oh, she's answering a question that I already answered. But then she said, she basically is asking how to tell my parents. Didn't I already tell you that though? I don't know. Go watch the video on how to tell your parents if you have an eating disorder. Go watch those videos. I made 2 of them. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry. Hold on. You guys must be so bored right now. And I don't feel like I can sing today, and I don't know what to sing. Sometime. What? This isn't a question, but I would like to talk about it. Wow. Okay. Rachel Mosley. Hi, Shani. I love you and find you so inspiring. So thanks so much for doing all your amazing videos. You're so welcome. You always advise under 18s to tell their caregivers about their eating issues, but what do we do if our parents are the opposite of helpful? I'm 17 and I have had anorexia and bulimia for 6 years. I told my parents a year ago and they kicked me out for 2 weeks, compared me to a pedophile, and said they didn't want to take care of me anymore. Since then, I have convinced them I am better so I can stay living at home. I am too scared to tell them that I am still really struggling. So what should I do to get help? I love you and thank you. God bless. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you too. Wow. Okay. Well, by the way, I really love that people respond to these things and give support to each other that has nothing to do with me. I really love that. Keep doing that for each other. Help each other. Like, that's what is needed. First of all, that's not fair and that's not right. I'm not your parents. I can't say exactly what they're going through or where their decisions are coming from, but that makes me really sad for you, because as parents, they're supposed to be there for us. They're supposed to help us through the hard things and not put us down more. But I'm trying to think of a time that I could relate it to, because I feel like I have something I could relate that to, but I can't think of it now. I remember, this is hard. Okay, so I remember, when was that? I remember when my mom first found out about my eating disorder. Have I actually told you guys this story yet? Because it's a really important story. Have I told you this yet? Well, I'll just tell you again really quickly, and I'll end with this question because it's going to be a long one. But anyway, after my bulimia started, I feel like I answered this. Oh well. After my bulimia started, I was like 13 or 14 years old. I was 14, and I was at my sister's house, who had just gotten married a few years before that, and they didn't have any kids left, her and her husband, and so, yet, not left, they didn't have any kids yet, she and her husband didn't, so I would hang out with them all the time. I'd eat dinner with them and watch Survivor with them and watch movies, and we would just hang out, play games, and it was really fun. But one night, I ate dinner, and I ate too much, and in my head anyway, I'm sure it was perfectly fine what I ate, but whatever. And so I went to the bathroom to purge, and literally while I was mid-purge with my fingers down my throat and puke all over my hands, puke all over my face, splashiness all over my face, I hear the door barge open, and I see my sister standing there and her husband, my brother-in-law, standing there looking at me, and my sister was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then she walks away. Her husband stays there, still watching me. I still have puke on my hands, still have everything there. My sister comes back with the phone, and she's got my mom on the phone, and said, "Do you have any idea what your daughter is doing right now? Like, you need to come and pick her up and have a talk with her and ground her." And I remember that I felt, first of all, obviously extremely embarrassed, that my brother-in-law was watching the whole time and seeing me like that and seeing my puffy face and the puke all over everything, and it just was probably the most embarrassing moment in my whole life. But then to have my mom come pick me up, and my mom, and by the way, I've said this before, but I'll say it again, I cannot blame my mom or my sister for the way that they handled it, because they didn't know how to handle it. That's why I do my channel, is to try and educate people, parents out there and kids, how to deal with these situations, because they're being dealt with and they're being looked at completely wrong. And so anyway, my mom was furious, and I did get grounded. I got punished for it. But a couple days after that, like, I was still grounded, but my mom came down to my room and she's like, "Let's go for a drive." So she took me for a drive, and she took me to Wendy's, the drive-thru, and she said, "Will you please get one thing for me, just one thing, and try and keep it down, and I will not leave your side all night long to make sure that you don't throw it up." And I get that she was trying to help, but it was extremely humiliating. But she really, really, really was trying to help me, and she didn't know what else to do. I think that she was just kind of trying to reteach me how to eat food and keep it down. I don't know, but so we did. I remember I got a 4-piece chicken nugget. No, it was 5-piece back then. But I only ate 4. I remember that. And she did. She just laid with me. We went back home, and she just laid with me in my bed and stroked my hair and talked to me and just held me all night long. And when that urge to purge came, which was pretty much right away, she just held me, and she did what any other wonderful mother out there would do, and tell me how much she loves me and how much worth I have in this world. So I'm not saying that that will change your parents' minds, but I'm saying that I've seen it happen where states of mind of people who care about you change once they really actually see the pain behind it rather than just focusing on the action itself. So I can see how your parents are concerned about that, but that's probably because they are not educated on it and they don't understand it. If they understood it, there's no way in the world that they would kick you out unless they were completely evil people who hated their children, but they're not because they're your parents. If they hated you, they would have given you up a long time ago. They would have never had you. Like, obviously they love you, they're your parents, and sometimes parents do not act out in the right way. Not act out. Sometimes parents don't act the correct way. I know that we all look up to the adults for the example, but that doesn't mean that they always give the best example or treat you the way that you decide that you deserve to be treated. So this is such a hard question for me to answer, and it breaks my heart for you, but I would ask them to please take some time and study it and try and teach them where it came from for you. And if you're not comfortable doing that, then just try and ask them to educate themselves on why they happen and where eating disorders usually come from and why they usually happen and things that trigger it and what not to do when your child has an eating disorder. And if you can't say those words out loud, maybe write them a letter and tell them that. Tell them that they are, like, find some of my videos where I really talk deeply about these things and what it can really do to you and where it comes from and how it's actually an illness and it's not something we can help. Like, maybe show them those videos, maybe write them a letter and tell them your thoughts and just say, here's the website to Shani if you want to go watch it. They can watch the video I already made on how to tell your parents, or they can watch the one where I tell your parents, and I tried to explain in that video why it's so hard to talk to parents about that, first of all, and why it's so embarrassing and why it's so shameful and blah, 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 blah. And then I tell them for you that you have an eating disorder, and then it would, again, go back to being up to you, though, to follow through and to ask them. And that sucks that you have to do that. Like, sorry. This is a hard question because it just sucks that you have to do that. But if you want to live with them and have a loving and trusting relationship, you need to speak up for yourself and just find whatever courage it is that you can. And that might come out in a different way for you. Like I said, it might be through a letter, or it might be through sending them a link from a website that teaches them why this stuff happens and things like that. I don't know. So just don't give up, first of all. Obviously, don't give up. Don't ever give up, even if you feel like they want you to give up or that you're worthless because of your disease. You're not worthless. You're not alone. I'm here with you. There's so many people here with you. You have our support here. You have our love here. And hopefully, with a lot of thought and prayer, even if you believe in that, and opening their minds, they will someday really kind of see what this is about, because they probably just don't understand it yet. They probably think you're just, I don't know. Okay, that's all we have time for today. Sorry, this was long again, but you guys don't seem to care, so that's wonderful. Okay, so leave me any questions you have for my next week's Ask Shani video, and I will try and answer them next week. And please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe to my channel for videos every Tuesday through Friday, and random ones. Like yesterday, Monday, I did a random sad one, but I'm doing much better, and thank you again for your support and encouragement. So yeah, I love you guys very much. You are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye. That was beautiful.